there's a story behind you sticking around. Care to explain?
Yeah, no doubt. Not a lot of people know this, but well, first and foremost, Ben Sauls, obviously the kicker. Me and Ben, we knew each other since freshman year of high school, so we go way back, just training. And last year I graduated, and obviously not the greatest year, not everything we wanted. So I had a couple talks with Ben and my family and his family together. And we just, we bonded so much that he kind of convinced me, why end on that when I have another year and we can come back and do something special. And one of the goals for me is obviously help him in any way get to the league, because obviously he's an NFL capable kicker. So I want to do anything in my power that I can do to aid that and help him get to that next level. So
supporting Ben Sauls was a big reason.
Yeah, it sounds a little corny, but he's like a brother to me. So an extra family member, and I'd do anything for him. So he asked, and it didn't take a lot of convincing. So that's the main reason.
What was your plan B if you had not come back?
Plan B, honestly, find a job, but I don't think I was ready for that either. I graduated with marketing and supply chain, so something in sales, some type of business. But definitely wasn't fully ready for that. But if I had to be, I had to be. So I appreciate him for bringing me back, because I love this. I love this stuff, doing this every day.
What are the things that you guys got close about? I mean, beyond just like times of just working together so closely, but the things that made you guys become friends and then become very close right now.
Yeah, just similarities. A lot of kickers and specialists, they come from soccer, and we both played soccer growing up our whole lives, club soccer, high school soccer, and we started both kicking when we were in high school. Met with the same training coach, and we trained for a while, and we just have a lot of similarities from our backgrounds, where we grew up, and just family-wise and everything. And I think just the bonds from that carried into football, and we're just. I wouldn't say I'm closer than anyone on this team than him.
When you say you want to help Ben reach the NFL, what kind of things can you do to help him?
Yeah, obviously, like I hold, so just making sure everything's perfect for him. It's a little look beyond. Not a lot of people pay attention to that. Sometimes when a kick's missed, it can be the hold. It could be the snap. Not a lot of people look at that. They see a missed or made kick, and it's usually on the kicker or not. But there's a lot that goes on within that, and also his mental. I know him better than probably anyone on this team, I think, just from knowing him for so well. So I think that helping him mature and just get his mental right and just prepare him for that next step, I think I want to be there every step of the way, just preparing him. And even when he gets there, just always on the phone call, just making sure his mind's right and preparing him for that next step.
What's a holder's mentality like? Catching the ball, it makes the play good.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it, You got to make sure everyone's on the field. You got 11 guys. You got to watch the clock. You got to make sure the snapper's right, everything's right. Make the snapper look as good as he can, even when he's not. Because honestly, if the hold's not perfect, the kick won't be perfect. So it's a crucial part of the game, to be honest.
You have to spin it so it doesn't kick the laces.
Yes, yeah. So obviously, if the laces are flipped, you have to get them around. It's not fun as a kicker to kick laces backwards, as many of you know. So anything I can do to make it look perfect is what I try to do.
You ever miss and not spin it, and
Yeah.
he gets mad at you?
Yeah. And it's a good conversation, I don't want to make any mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes. We all know that. So when it happens, and you got to move on from it one play at a time, because we don't have many plays, but that's why you try to perfect it in practice.
How many times can you make the laces out Dan joke before it gets old?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
How many times can you make the joke laces out Dan and it not get old?
Probably a million. I mean, I don't think anyone ever gets tired of it, but our new snappers that we brought in from last year, Nico Crawford and Nile Upa is what we call them, both phenomenal snappers, really, really good mindsets, really mature players. And I think whoever's in the game, I completely trust with all my heart. I think they're both doing a phenomenal job so far, and I think bringing in Coach Bro, his mindset, his energy, I mean, I don't know if you guys talk to him, but he's a contagious guy. I mean, he's got the juice all the time. So everything getting put together it's really looking good.
We're talking about holding, but you came here as a punter.
Correct.
Right? So you probably came in and thought after a year or two you get that chance, and after you're here a year or two, they bring in a scholarship guy. They bring in. How tough were the last couple of years for you, maybe seeing that opportunity drift away?
Yeah, it's not easy, obviously, like you said, I came in wanting to punt. That was the dream. I played a couple games a couple years back. Didn't go as planned, not as well as I wanted to. But don't swindle any opportunity, you know. Like, my goal was to get on the field, and after, you know, they bring in other guys and they're doing well. Caleb Junka, phenomenal punter. After that happens, I want to find a way on the field. So, you know, if holding the ball every time, if I get on the field 4 times a game, I'm going to make it perfect. I want to be the best I can. I want to help the team in any way I can, whether that's leadership or just holding the ball every day, you know. But I'm still punting. I stopped for a little, obviously, when they brought a couple guys in. So that was a rough patch, trying to regain your footsteps. But once again, Coach Burrow really helped with that confidence, just getting confidence back. Because when you come out of high school, every high school kid that comes to a D1 school's got confidence. And, you know, if you keep playing, you can gain it. If you lose some, if you don't play, sometimes you lose that confidence. And he really helped gain that back. And he helped me love the sport again. You know, it fell off a little, honestly, when things didn't go well like that. But, you know, he changed my perspective on things. And I'm really just trying to do my best every day.
You meditate too?
Meditate? Ben does a lot, so he's gotten me into it a little. At first, I was kind of a little, you know, that's not my thing. But not as much meditating, but just self-talk, you know, before you go out there. You see it a lot with guys in the pros. Just kind of just talk to yourself because, you know, like visualize it in your head. If you visualize in your head that you're going to do well, you know, it's very hard to not succeed because you see it before you see everything in your head. Picture it up, so that helps a lot.
You said
You go to same high school?
you just
Say that again?
You didn't go to the same high
No, so yeah, we met freshman year. We were really young. He is from Tip City, Ohio, and I grew up in Pittsburgh, so we were really nowhere near each other. And we met through a coach who was up in Buffalo. His name's Adam Tanowski, great guy. And we trained for forever. And he would come over to Pittsburgh. I'd come over to Ohio. We'd train all the time and just kind of build that bond. And it worked out really well. We joked all the time freshman year that, you know, we'd end up at the same school and never really planned it out. He committed somewhere else before I committed somewhere else as well. And, you know, the stars aligned and we ended up here. So I'm very grateful for that.
You said Coach Bernowski helped you regain your love of the game. How did he do that? Is it just his coaching style?
His coaching style and him as a man, you know, the way he carries himself, the way he is as a family man, you know, he treats his family like it's, you know, a blessing every day. And just it made me realize how grateful I am to be here. Like we were talking about with going to get a job, I thought of it as like, I've been here for long enough and, you know, it's time to hang it up. But, you know, getting to see like 120 guys every day, it's awesome. Like, you know every kid by name, and you don't really see that in any other sport because there's that many players. So he really pushed that mindset and that confidence back just to trust and love everyone. And I love every single one of my players, and I'm here to just help lead and do anything I can.
What's the relationship been like with Caleb, and what have you guys been trying to work on this offseason?
Yeah, biggest thing, confidence and consistency. You know, as a kicker, you got to be consistent. As a punter, you got to be consistent because obviously at the next level, if you're not, things don't go well. You only get 4 plays a game, so you have to stay consistent. Me and Caleb, we grew a relationship over the past year. At first, obviously, you know, he goes in and I come out, and you get a little hard-headed, a little upset about it. But I can't say he's probably the second guy I'm closest with, and we hang out all the time, and I love the kid. He's like a little brother. And he came in with not a lot of experience, but probably the strongest leg I've ever seen, truthfully. He has power like I've never seen, NFL power. And just we got to help him get that consistency back. And it's been a great spring and a great summer, and I think good things are going to happen. And the relationship in the entire specialist room, just getting the culture back. I think we lost some of the culture last year, some of the leadership from the older guys, including myself. And that's a big reason, you know, we struggle. You don't have that confidence, that culture, that gritty Pittsburgh culture that everyone carries here. So bringing that back and bringing it into the specialist room, my goal is just to make sure that everyone's on task and locked into the moment and caring about everyone, you know. Because when you're competing in the same position, you can get a little, you know, hard-headed and want to beat the other guy out, but you got to realize that's your teammate still. So you got to love him, you got to root for him and help him in every way you can.
Did you hold it, Bell Vernon?
Yeah, I kicked and punted at Bo Vernon. My best friend from home, he was a receiver. He held for me. He's pretty solid. But I didn't hold until college, and I was thankful enough that I came in with Ben because I only hold lefty now. Like I can hold both, but being able to hold with him the whole way until now is awesome because it's not very easy to switch from a righty to a lefty, and you don't have a lot of lefty kickers. So that's another reason I came back is switching over from a righty holder to a lefty's like a guy that holds for a righty kicker to a lefty is very difficult. So I'm grateful that I've been with him through the whole process.
You become a holder here, would someone come up to you and say, we need you to hold?
So usually, obviously, the punter, and usually the starting punter is the holder, obviously. So when we got here, it was me and Ben, and we were the younger guys to Alex Kessman and Kirk, the old punter and kicker. And Kirk helped a lot, just learning how to hold and stuff, and talked to me and just treated it like that's another whole position, and that's another way to, like I said, that's another way to get on the field. So I trained it like it was punting every day, 50, 100 holds, anything I can do, just to perfect that craft in any way I could.
Have you trained bad snaps? Is that something you guys do?
Yeah. So we have a couple days set. So like in our warm-ups, we'll do, we'll get down and you'll throw some weird looking snaps, stuff that you probably will never catch, hopefully, from the snapper, but it helps you. It's just like a receiver throwing, those awkward passes and awkward catches that you don't expect, so that when you get into the game, God forbid it happens, you're prepared for it. And then we also do, we're in Pittsburgh, so the weather here, if you're around here. We do we'll water the balls up and get them like soaked so that, you work on your hands in case it rains for a game. And that really prepares you for the games because it happens. You're in Pittsburgh and Heinz Field, Acrisure, sorry. One of the hardest stadiums to be a specialist in, it's the shortest, longest field goal in NFL history out of all places. So it's tough. So you really train yourself, and that's why if you're good here, you're good at the next level.
Is your third year?
This is my third year. Yeah, this will be my third year. My first year holding was the year of when we won the Sun Bowl and the game winner, which was pretty special.
Anything final?
You guys got any trash cans put around here? Coach Bro or something?
I hope we can replace all of them, but yeah, that's the kind of juice you need, You need guys like that. I think all the coaches we brought in are phenomenal. That new young energy is contagious. So all the players want to play behind it. I love it.